Welcome in, Taurus. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. I hope everybody's doing awesome. I did want to send out birthday wishes here for you, Taurus, for May. You're looking lovely here, showing up here as the poised card. So I love this. Everybody loving on you, giving you lots of love and attention. You know, it is your sun return. So I love that. You guys are showing up great in your reading so far. I did already pull your oracle cards here. Taurus, you're on the left. Your person that you're dealing with is on the right. Feel free to swap sides and or energies if I'm talking to a cross watcher. Same thing for you, Taurus, but as always, general reads, just keep that in mind. So really what I'm getting off your cards here, I'm going to dive right in, then I'm going to clarify some cards with tarot, pull some feelings, actions for May, as well as some hidden messages from your person at the end of the reading. So definitely stay tuned for that. This is a longer read, so just heads up on that. And I will follow up with your mid-month, and that should probably be out around the 10th or so of May, give or take, 10th to the 12th, in around that range. If you'd like to be notified, make sure you hit that subscriber button and the notifications bell. Anyway, let's dive on in here. So, like I mentioned already, I feel like you're showing up really great here, Taurus. I feel like you are feeling pretty confident. And again, you know, it's your sun return this month. So, I love that for you. Spirit is encouraging you to be bold and make the first move. So, I feel like for some of you, you definitely might have your eye on somebody. I feel like you may have met somebody recently and then things kind of just went, I don't know, something kind of went off the tracks or off the rails here. So I feel like for a lot of you, you already know this person. Again, I feel like for a lot of you, you know, whether you were in a relationship with this person, for some of you, that definitely could be the case, like a past relationship. And for others of you, this definitely could be, you know, kind of newer. But there's definitely been some silence between the two of you. You got the silence card on your side. And then when I clarified this card, because I wanted to find out more, we got the Page of Cups. That's, you know, like sending out a flirtatious, like, hey, you know, are you okay? Is everything all right? I haven't heard from you, you know, kind of a message like that. And again, spirits, if you really are interested in this person, Taurus, then I would, spirits encouraging you to do that. And again, I feel like, you know what, the silence hasn't really shooken your confidence, which I really like getting that from your reading here. You're showing up here as the beautiful peacock. So, you know, being your authentic self, you know, putting your best foot forward, shall we say, here in this situation with this person. And again, I love this because I feel like you're not really getting rattled by this person's silence. So maybe in the past, somebody kind of like dropping off maybe used to trigger you, but I feel like, you know, you're feeling confident, and I love that. You're feeling like you can just be yourself and be bold, just be you. And again, not being, you know, shaken by somebody's, I don't know, I don't want to say like, mm, I guess just their silence. So if this person's dropped off, you know, maybe you and this person were like texting for a while, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're not really hearing from this person. You're kind of like wondering what's going on. But again, I feel like you're not really, your confidence isn't really shaken. So I really like that. This may have happened around the last full moon because we got this full moon card. For those of you, since this is a reading for the whole month of May, this silence may happen around the full moon if it hasn't happened already. And again, I feel like you're not really, it's really not phased you at all, I want to say. Whereas maybe in the past it would have. But yeah, I feel like you're good either way. Like, I feel like, you know, you're standing tall, standing, you know, here I am, you know, you want to be in this, you know, you better respond kind of energy. So again, I feel like it's okay for you to kind of like put that feeler out there, see what you get back. You'll be surprised because this person's actually very interested in you, Taurus. So expect a message from this person. We got emotions are running high in May. So I feel like this person is going to reach out to you here. I feel like they've been doing their best here to kind of maybe distract themselves. So this person may have other things going on in their life that you're not aware of. This person may not share a lot about, you know, like their work life or like other things that are going on. I feel like they are trying to kind of work through these things on their own. They're coming up in the month of May as this oyster card. So this is like, you know, the type of person that's hard, it's hard for them to open up, especially if this is a newer connection. This person has definitely got their heart broken in the past. You know, this person is really protective about, you know, who they let in their life, is really what I'm getting as well. But there's something very special about this connection. It is protected, so you were supposed to meet this person, Taurus, or learn a lesson from each other here with that protection card. So, and again, this person is like, you know, once they kind of open up, I feel like this person is the type of person that is very like monogamous, like loyal. Like once they kind of open their heart to somebody, like once you're in, you know, their good graces and they can trust you, I feel like that's when this person, you know, opens up. But for some of you, this is a newer connection, then obviously you're not going to know, you know, this person doesn't know you that well here to kind of like open up. So again, I feel like you're not fazed by this person's silence at the moment. And again, I love that, Taurus, because again, you're coming across as like this proud peacock here and not really stressed or worried about the situation. So I love that. And again, showing up very poised, full of grace here. And again, I feel like you definitely, you know, feel free to reach out to this person. I feel like it will be well received. And then the mutual energy between the two of you came through as Pluto. So again, a very like a platonic relationship. For some of you, this may have started out as friends. But again, I feel like there's a reason why you and this person came together. So we'll see what comes out in tarot here. So this looks really nice, actually. But let's see what we get for feelings. How does this person feel about Taurus? How is this person feeling about Taurus in May, Spirit? How's this person feeling about Taurus in May? All right. How is this person feeling about Taurus? Ace of Cups. So for some of you, could be a restart. Four of Pentacles. Or reconciliation. All right, this person's had some time to think. So they may have taken a step back to think. Yeah, look at that. We have the Hermit on the bottom. So for those of you that you were already in some sort of kind of relationship with this person, maybe some of you took a time out in some way, shape, or form, and there has been silence. Perhaps somebody said, I need some space, or I need some, you know, room to think about what it is that I'm wanting for the future of this relationship, and or, you know, if I'm really even ready for a relationship. For some of you, if it's newer, this person is, you know, looking at you here, Taurus, as the sun. So I love that. So you could be dealing with a Leo as well, or somebody that has Leo in their chart, or just, you know, fire energy. We have water out, and then obviously some Pisces energy coming out, some Libra, Aquarius with the Queen of Swords here. But again, it could be any sign, but I like this. So again, I feel like this person is, you know, holding on to the idea that you and them can, you know, this relationship can work. And again, if they took a time out, I feel like it was something that they needed to do to kind of like, you know, figure out what it is that they wanted. And I feel like this person's seeing clearly now that, you know, you are the sun to this person here, Taurus. So I love that. And again, this person really does care about you. I feel like they've been possibly holding back how they felt about you, you know, for various reasons. For some of you, it could be this person, you know, had a fear of commitment, or this person just wasn't in the right headspace to kind of like really give all of their energy to this relationship. But again, a lot of, you know, kindness, caring energy I'm getting off their cards. So I do like it. Tell me about how Taurus feels. How does Taurus feel about this person? How does Taurus feel about this person? All right, you're skeptical here, Taurus, a little bit. Tell me more. Knight of Cups, Ace of Swords, Justice. I get one more, Spirit. All right, there was something that would happen between you and this person in the past that kind of really turned you off here, Taurus. That Four of Cups. For some of you, this person may work in law enforcement or have something to do with law, justice, service to the public. I'm getting off that justice card. So I feel like you're kind of conflicted. Like, I feel like you care about this person, Taurus, but at the end of the day, this person definitely, there could have been something unfair about this relationship that happened in the past. So that could be anything. That could be you, you're the one always like, being the shoulder to cry on for this person. So I'm getting very like Ten of Wands energy. So it was, I feel like this relationship was draining on you in some way, shape, or form, whether that be like emotionally, mentally, financially, possibly for some of you. But I feel like for a lot of you, there's a reason why, maybe this didn't work out in the past. But again, I feel like, with that Knight of Cups, there's something about this person, can you trust them? Is this person sincere? So again, I feel like in the past, this person definitely did something to kind of break your trust. Can you trust this person now? You know, I feel like as well, this person may have not been honest about something in the past. They could have been keeping some secrets from you with the Moon card. As well, for some of you, they may have been in another relationship. Like that might have been something that they were in wasn't quite over. This person definitely may have made you feel rejected on some level as well here, Taurus, and caused a lot of confusion for you. So again, I feel like you're kind of conflicted about, your feelings about this person, but you do care about them. I feel like at the end of the day, you do still have feelings for this person. You have love in your heart. I feel like, there's a part of you that wants to let this go and then a part of you that doesn't. Like, I really want to trust this person that they're, being sincere and that they're being honest and, forthright with me. But they weren't, they kept secrets in the past here. I don't know if I can actually trust them. Are they telling me the truth here? Um, so again, I feel like this person, there's definitely got to be, an honest conversation, I feel, about, if you were to take this person back or consider getting back together. I feel like Spirit's encouraging you to make sure that you set good boundaries. I'm getting that. What actions is this person going to take towards Taurus? I feel like they're coming your way here. Actions towards Taurus in May, Spirit. Yep, there's the Fool card. So they want to take a leap of faith or, a reset button here with you, Taurus. We have the Devil card. All right, this person knows that they like played with your heart, that they, really did hurt you on some level here. For some of you, this person definitely could have been entertaining more than one person. That's why somebody walked away here. Ooh. This person also may tell you that they had some issues as well with their family, like some demons they needed to work through. So this person definitely may have been juggling a lot, dealing with some sort of other heartbreak that they did not tell you about. And for some of you, maybe if this was third party, that, at that time they couldn't necessarily walk away from this person and or like obligations. kids. Yeah, there's the Ten of Cups in the world. So I feel like this person's in the energy of ending that. So for those of you that what that was the case with this person, that situation is coming to a close. I feel like it's not quite like not all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed yet, but I feel like this person feels like it's safe to come towards you now with like a more solid offer. Like I'm still sort of dealing with some issues here, but I am still thinking about you, Taurus. I do want to be with you, with that Empress card. I feel like this person maybe wasn't expecting you to, you and them to kind of like, I'm getting timing for some reason. So again, divine timing could be at play in this relationship. Like it wasn't time in the past, but and then something happened and now this person is kind of like, I feel like you're speeding up. Somehow you sped up the timeline here, Taurus. Maybe because you changed your energy here and kind of like really let go of this, situation or this person, or gave them the space that they needed to figure their shit out, I want to say. And now, it's spirits letting you know that it's okay for you to break the silence and like reach out to them. So for some of you, you might actually get an apology from this person as well. Yeah. And again, whatever past situation they were in, this could be anything. This could be them having to look after like an elderly parent and, and or children or, whatever kind of sacrifice. I feel like this person may have had to make a sacrifice in the past or sacrificed this relationship for other reasons. I don't feel like it had anything to do with you, Taurus. I feel like it had to do with this person. So, I don't know. This person may have projected, their insecurities and their fears, not told you about, remember we talked about that, not told you about what was really going on. And, again, I feel like you've kind of gotten over that, this heartbreak. I feel like it may have definitely taken a while for some of you, but I feel like you are feeling better. And for those of you that this is a newer relationship, and I feel like for some of you it definitely could be, again, this person, doesn't open up to everybody. But again, I feel like you're not really phased by, I'm loving that, Taurus. I'm really getting that off your cards. You're not really, this hasn't phased you at all. So I don't know, maybe deep in your heart, you knew that this person would be back on some level, especially, if you identify this person as being your divine counterpart. So that they would be back. So I feel like for some of you, you're not necessarily surprised, and I feel like you're doing a great job just taking things in stride here in May. This person's a little stressed out about coming towards you. But again, I feel like you are in great energy here, Taurus. So, all right. So let's see here. I was wanting to ask, how is Taurus going to feel about this person making this offer, Spirit? How is Taurus going to be feeling about this person making this offer towards them? This new beginning. Temperance. All right. Archangel Michael on the case here. For some of you, you've been patient and knew that this person would be back, like I already mentioned. All right, Two of Swords. Upside down. I don't usually have reversals in my deck, but for some reason that one is. Yeah, I feel like you kind of knew that this person would come back here. Definitely some changes, though, that needed to happen. Moving away from a third party for some of you, not for all of you. Yeah, I feel like you're not surprised. So Two of Swords upside down is like, not seeing something coming, but I feel like for a lot of you, since this came out reverse, yeah, that you knew that this situation would like resolve itself in time. This person would be back. You'd be successful here, kind of get what you wanted from the situation or this person. Again, I feel like this person's going to need to like really show up and really show you and treat you like the Empress that you are here, Taurus. But I do like that they did get like the only you card. And like I mentioned, I feel like once this person makes up their mind and is like 100% committed, I feel like they are. I just feel like in the past they may have had, you know, they may have had one foot in an old life and one foot in a new life. And I feel like they had to deal with that before they could kind of come towards you here. So this looks good. I feel like for a lot of you, definitely might entertain the idea of this. See how this person shows up for you and kind of go from there. So I feel like you're going to be pretty happy, I feel like, at the end of May with this situation. So they got, these are messages from this person. All right, they have hurt me. So this person obviously had another relationship that really damaged them or that was very toxic, which could be that devil card there in the Two of Cups, or Two of Cups, pardon me, Two of Pentacles. So that's no excuse though, for hurting you here, Taurus. Whatever happened between the two of you. Tell me more messages from this person, please. For Taurus, please. All right, I long for your kiss. I can't promise you anything. I don't know who I am anymore. Don't wait for me, please. Wow, the cards are just flying out. Life without you is hopeless, dark, depressing. I miss your light. I wish I could be a different person. The bottom of the deck is I cry at night. The passion I feel is overwhelming. I don't know how to handle this. And this other half of the deck, why can't I tell you the truth? So it looks to me here like Taurus. Again, I feel like, whatever happened between you and this person, I feel like you've already come out the other side. I feel like you're doing pretty good. Again, I feel like, if you want to check in on this person or send a light message, I feel like Spirit's encouraging you to do that. If you're like, it's okay to do that if you're feeling like you would like to. For others of you, I feel like this person is going to, make a move towards you here with that Fool card. And again, I feel like for a lot of you, this person obviously, just from these messages even, very wishy-washy, right? I feel like this person's been very wishy-washy in the past, and that was definitely something that probably, ended up ruining your relationship. When someone can't make a decision, and that you feel like you're getting strung along on some level here. So again, this person needed to take this step back here to realize what you mean to them, Taurus. And again, you're showing up here as the beautiful sun. So, I feel like this person is regretful for whatever happened in the past between the two of you. I feel like this person's been trying to, deal with their feelings, their lingering feelings for you. I feel like this person's been trying to distract themselves from thinking about you, and I don't feel like any of it's worked. So I feel like for a lot of you, that's why this person is, you didn't hear from them for a while, but I feel like they are going to reach out to you as well. So I feel like they are thinking about you, with that Ace of Cups, feeling very emotionally overwhelmed about what happened. And again, if this person needed some space, I feel like you gave them that space. But again, it's okay for you to send something if you feel like you want to. That's not for all of you. If you don't feel like you want to and you're like, hell no, I'm not doing anything. This person, did me dirty on some level here or, broke my trust. I'm not doing anything. This person, can come back towards me and, try to make it up to me. They're going to need to show up, you know, expressing their feelings, that that they are going to make those changes that they need to. Then I think you'll probably give this person another chance. But for others of you, I don't know. Again, at the end of the day, you have free will, so does your person here. But they are missing you for sure. So, all right, Taurus, this looks like it's going to be an interesting month. Expect to hear from them. That being said, again, if you want to be notified when I put the mid-month layout, make sure you hit the subscriber button. I'd love to hear from you, so feel free to make a comment. And I hope this reading helped in some way, shape, or form, Taurus. I'd love to hear from you. So again, feel free to send me a message. I'd love that. So, all right, guys, take care, and I will see you in a couple weeks.